What's up, guys? I'm back here at Lee Cycle in San Diego, one of our dealers, and we have the 25 V4 back on the dyno again. But today, we're testing velocity stacks. You'll notice the V4 looks a little different than you would normally see from a V4. It's kind of missing some components. Well, all this stuff has to come off just to pull off the tank on this model. But luckily, on the older models, to pull off the tank, you had to pull all this off too. So today what we'll do is we're going to be testing stock, and I'll be changing out the velocity stacks. After we test them, we'll check out the dyno, but first it's time for a baseline. All right, we got some stock baseline numbers here. We got a maximum of 203 rear wheel horsepower. She must be happy today because she is still on 91 pump gas, guys. So this is exactly what we're trying to be here. We got our tuning on the bike. You can see how much torque we're making, how much power we're making. This is a great baseline. Every time you do a test on a motorcycle, you should be doing a baseline same day, same strap, same gas, same everything, because that number up there, the peak horsepower number, that will change depending on a lot of variables. Now let's install some stacks and see how we compare against this stock baseline number. All right, tuning is now wrapped up for the 2025 Panigale V4's velocity stack testing. We got some great numbers here. We got 207 rear wheel horsepower peak on it, the same pump gas that we're using, same strap. All we did was install the stacks on the dyno. And you can see where we're making power here. This is typical velocity stack stuff here, with the exception of the fact that we're actually making a little more power downstairs here, about 4,000 RPM, which is actually very surprising for velocity stacks. We're making like one wheel horsepower, nothing crazy there, but the fact that it's not taking away power from the low range of the bike is insane. And we do have a couple little small dips right here, and here's this telltale for velocity stacks, where you're losing a couple horsepower right here. See 2 horsepower right there, not a big deal, but we're gaining so much up top. This is the racing range. This is why you get velocity stacks. And you can see up here around the peak, we're making a total of about 6 wheel horsepower. I mean, yeah, we're showing 4 up here peak to peak, but at red line here where it counts, we're making even more than that 4. We're making 6 here. We're making 6 here, so it's making pretty good power. And it's holding that power across the entire rev range. Starts here right about 11,800 RPM is where we're starting to make more power over that stock baseline. And let's not forget about torque. Even in torque, we're making 2 wheel more torque. And that's really rare to see that velocity stacks are actually adding torque to the bike. So extremely pleased by these results. And the fact that we ran the dyno later in the day means that there's more heat in the dyno cell later in the day, which means these results will be even better if I ran this thing first thing in the morning. Now, some notes about the velocity stacks here. We tested 10 different variants on different V4s, including our own shop V4s. And we've found that V4s are very temperamental to size and shape of velocity stacks through our multiple failures. We even took velocity stacks from competitors and put those in the dyno, see exactly what they did to see if we can improve upon their design. And we feel that's exactly what we did. And for half the price of the other offerings that make half the power, you really can't complain about this. Even just changing the top of the velocity stack a millimeter changes this power curve completely, so it's really crazy. And just to let you guys know, the 18 through 24 velocity stack is the same exact velocity stack we're using for the 25. I'm not going to try and lie to you guys and say it's a different stack. It's the exact same stack. Now, with the upgrades in the 2025 Airbox, they changed the velocity stacks for more power already than the 18 through 24. So the fact that we're able to exact 4-wheel horsepower up top, I mean, we even saw 6 peak to peak there at the top of the RPM, is incredible over what Ducati even engineered on the bike. Now, it's not meaning to say Ducati didn't try and put their efforts in. I'm sure they got their hands tied on some restrictions and compliance issues. We don't have such restrictions, so we're able to make a little more power than Ducati is. I just want you guys to know how much time has gone into developing these velocity stacks, which is on the 2025, at least a few months of development, and on the 18 to 24, another few months of development. So We started with the 18 through 24 as a baseline and used that baseline on the 2025 and came to the conclusion that on the 2025, the 18 through 24 stacks that we provide are much better than anything else we engineered. Now, also let you guys know these stacks are plug and play. You don't even have to have tuning. You can throw these things in here. That's how awesome these stacks are. The fueling doesn't need to be changed much, if anything, to accommodate these velocity stacks. That even includes competitors tuning. If you have a competitor's tune and you just don't want our tuning, and you want the velocity stacks, cool. Take the velocity stacks, throw them in the bike. They'll make power over a stock baseline. So just to be clear, you don't have to have a BT Moto flash to make these things work. You can make it work stock. You can make it work with the aftermarket tuning, upmap tuning, or competitor tuning. Anything works. So now I think we're wrapped up with the development on the 2025 for velocity stacks. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.